What's up everybody, and welcome to a new video of mine. I haven't uploaded for quite some time now, so I'm going to record this just for you guys. So this will actually be a how-to video on Magic. So I'm not going to use cards until the part 2 of this video. So this will just be going over the simple rules and different just basically simple rules of Magic the Gathering. And then the next video I will be going over the types of cards in Magic. So this will be part 1. So yeah, the first rule is that the deck size, really, you have to have at least 60 cards in your deck, or the library as you will call it in Magic. So you can have an unlimited number of cards, but you must have at least 60 cards in your library in order to play it. Now, there are about 4 basic cards that I will get more into depth in my next video, but you'll have your mana, which is the land, your creatures, your instants, and sorceries. But I will go over those in the next video, which I will probably record tomorrow and upload tomorrow when I get home from school. But now you have different. Now the next rule is that your hand size can only be 7. You have to start out with 7 cards, but in your hand size is only 7. So you can. There are different ways to determine who goes first, but once you determine who goes first, the person who goes first does not draw. If you go first, you cannot draw a card. You can just lay. You can make your move, then your opponent does draw, then he makes his move. Now, going on to the simple rules. Now, the cards, this is how you can play your cards actually, is that you can only play 1 mana or land per turn, and you can tap them to summon. You can play a monster and activate a instant or sorcery card. Now, you can summon and activate as many instants, sorceries, and summon any monster and as many monsters as you can, as long as you have the right amount of mana. So just remember that, and also remember that there are different sets of monsters, and Magic has 5 colors. The colors are black, white, red, blue, and green. Now you have 5 colors, which means there are 5 colors of land. And on the top of a instant, sorcery, and creature card, there will be a thing with numbers and symbols and a number. That is your mana cost, which is how much mana is required to be able to play that card. So yeah, it's a really complex game, but once you start practicing and playing it, you will get the hang of it. But then now you can attack. You cannot attack right then and there when your creature has been summoned. You must wait until your next turn to summon it, because there is a rule called summoning sickness, which means all monsters cannot attack unless it has the ability haste, which allows you to attack even when it's just been summoned. Now you must tap, which would be turning it sideways, to attack. Now, you will have 20 life. You start out with 20 life, and the one to lose is the first person whose life hits 0. There's also a thing called infect, which means if you have 10 infect, you will lose. Now, some of you might think, oh, that sounds easy, but it's not. But really, Infect is really just really stupid to me because I used to have an Infect deck and I won every single time. That kind of got boring because you may have like 20, you may have all of your life, but then you have 10 Infect and you automatically lose. So that's really stupid, really. So yeah, just keep that in mind. But if you want to play Infect, that's great. Even if you're a beginner, you can start off with an Infect deck, but as you progress in becoming a better Magic player, I would recommend that you do not use Infect because, to me, the only excuse for using an Infect deck is because you are a beginner, which would be okay. Now, Magic, to me, is kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon combined because the mana is like the energy that you attach onto a Pokemon. Then you have the instants and sorceries, which are like the spells and trap cards. Then you have the monster cards, which are the creature cards in Magic. So to me, it's kind of it's pretty much a combination of Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh. But anyway, now let's talk about the life. So yeah, now. With Infect, if there's also things called blocking, which means a person can either take the damage or they can let their creatures block. Which means, say you have you have two creatures on the field each, and you decide to attack with both of them. He can either choose to take the damage, or he can have his two monsters block your two monsters. So that's actually a pretty good thing, because then, if it's not that much damage, you can go ahead and take it, but if it's a hefty amount of damage, you can go ahead and block. But Infect, if you block with the creature with Infect, they will lose attack and toughness, which means they'll have an Infect counter. They will have Infect count. They will lose -1/-1 for how much attack, how much power they have. Which, say you have a monster which is a 5/2, and they're getting attacked with a monster that is a 10/6. So they decide to block with the Infect creature. It loses 5 attack and loses 5 power and 5 toughness, which would mean it's down to a 5/1 like it was. So yeah, it's really confusing anyway, but like I said, this is a very complex game, but yeah, that will probably do it for this video, but if I have missed anything, please leave a comment and tell me what I missed so I can touch up on it on my next Magic video. And please, if you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you want. But that will do it for me, and I will see you all next time.